Hi, Brian McAboy here with Inside Out Trading. And today, here's the thing. You're the one swinging the bat. You really are. So many traders, they're sitting there thinking, hey, if I can just find a good, clever strategy, that's going to have me set for life. And here's the thing. If it's just because you have a great strategy, that doesn't mean squat. You're with professional trading, we're at the professional level here. This is the major leagues. If you think about it, trading is, in its essence, professional speculation. We are trying to anticipate or read what we think is going on and what we expect to happen in the near future. And we're placing bets on what we think is going to happen. That's what trading is from one perspective, and it's a valid perspective. It is professional speculation. Professional speculation. This isn't poker night with your buddies or $20 in the football pool at the office. This is professional speculation. And so if you're coming into this, in here to the major leagues, as a rookie and hey, cool, I got me a clever strategy. It's like stepping into the Major League Baseball, trying to step out on a field in a game against a professional pitcher saying, hey, I got me a really good bat. I'm good now. No, just because you got a good bat, that doesn't make you a great batter. And with trading, just because you have a great strategy, that doesn't make you a great trader. It means you got a good strategy. That's it. You're the one swinging the bat. And so it's your skill with the bat, your skill with the strategy that's going to determine how successful you are. And if you're sitting there facing a professional pitcher and 8 other players out there on the field, you're up against the whole team and it's just you against them. And you got some guy throwing 90-mile-an-hour fastballs at you, or curveballs, or sliders, or knuckleballs, or slow ball. He's got a whole range of stuff he can throw at you. And if you're standing there, who cares if you got a good bat? If you're not a good batter, you might connect from time to time, but most of the time you're going to be striking out. Fact of life. Same thing with trading. Just because you got a good strategy, that doesn't mean that you're a good trader. Not to hurt your feelings. I've been there myself, but this is something I really try to get across to everybody. Just because you know how the game works and you know what you're supposed to do, that doesn't make you good at it. And so many traders that come to me, and I'm not judging anybody. I was in the same boat myself for the longest time. When we first get into trading, we learn a lot. We're learning about how to trade, how the markets work, how the different markets that there are. We start learning about technical analysis. We're learning about different indicators. We're learning about fundamentals. And we're taking in a ton of information, and we learn a lot in the first several months and a year or two that we're trading. And then we're also learning about some of the psychology, be disciplined, and all that kind of stuff. So in the first year, we take in a lot of information, and most of us get like 80 or 90% of the way there. We're pretty far along, but we're not all the way there, and that's why it's rough. It's not rough because you lack discipline issues. It's not rough because you have some deep psychological issues. Your mommy said something to you when you're 5 years old that traumatized you and screwed you up for trading. No. You've proven just by the fact that you're in a position to trade and the fact that you have the job that you do, your other job, where you're running a business or you're a project manager or you're an engineer or whatever. Most traders are professionals and have relatively sophisticated jobs. You handle all of that just fine. And you're successful enough to be in a position to trade. So you've already proven that personally you have what it takes to be successful at this. Just the fact that you're here, you've proven it. So it's not that you have psychological issues, it's trading. You've had some bad experience. You don't have psychological issues, you have incomplete training issues. That's the thing. Like I said, you've learned enough that you're 80 or 90% of the way there, but you haven't learned that 10 or 20% that's going to get you over the hump, and now things start getting easy. That's the thing. So like I said, just because you have a great bat, man, you're the one swinging the bat. And so you've got to get skilled up. Now, how do you do that? Through proper complete training that teaches you the right things, not just the new strategy, but how to be good with that strategy, how to get good as a trader. That's training that you need. I had the good fortune to have quality assurance experience. And what I learned after I blew up my account and lost almost $50,000, what really worked was I was able to take the stuff that I did in quality assurance, which is all about consistent, good performance. I was able to bring that to my trading, and it works. This is how you get settled down. This is how you get focused. This is how you develop a very highly repeatable process. This is how you build a confidence with it. This is how you train and mentally get wired for good, consistent execution. That's what I bring from quality assurance. And for trading, I call this process profit assurance, because this is how you get so solid. You get such a solid handle on what you're doing and yourself that you know you're going to be profitable. There's that assurance factor to it. And so that's the difference. If you want to learn more, swing by InsideOutTrading.com. I've got a course. You can book a call with me if you want to just talk about what's going on with your trading. I've got other free resources there for you. But swing by InsideOutTrading.com. If you're not happy with your trading the way it is, if it could be better, if it sucks, or even if you're just, like I said, you're almost there, but you're not quite there, this is what you've been missing. So swing by InsideOutTrading.com. Let's get you over the hump and onto trading that really is profitable and enjoyable, and where you're trading every day from a very relaxed state of mind. Like I said, when you're fully trained, trading is no more challenging emotionally than a regular day job. Seriously, because you have a solid handle on it, because you are fully trained. Now you know what you're doing. You've got a solid handle on it, and the execution is comfortable. The FOMO and everything else drops away because you have that security in yourself. So, Brian McAvoy with Inside Out Trading. Talk to you soon. Cheers.